Hey, hi, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast, Master Random, the podcast. We are at 197 episodes, everybody. So close to 200. 2 weeks away, we're doing a live show, and we are pleased to announce that we've reached the max capacity of the amount of people we are looking to join us for the live show. So if you have planned to join us, thank you for making this incredibly possible. And I'm also pleased to announce our exclusive sponsor for the live show event is Budweiser. They are the exclusive drink sponsor, and they will be providing all the goodness all night long. Sticking with the Bud family. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so fun, and I would like to thank them for believing in this event, and hopefully that we can continue doing events like this for the podcast. I have a feeling this live show is going to be extremely fun, and we're going to have no choice but to do another one. So look out for that in the future. And now to the sponsor of this podcast. This episode is brought to you by Mortuary. They are a small family-owned and operated mortuary located in Sinahanya, Guam. And they have been serving the local island community for over 45 years, providing the top-of-the-line funeral and cremation services during a time when it is needed the most. The most untimely thing in life itself is death. But Addis Mortuary is always prepared to give you the best service on this island ever. In whether it's your untimely death or the untimely death of a loved one, Addis Mortuary is there. They also offer pre-need plans. Pre-need plans lays the burden off of your family in the event of your untimely death. Instead of paying attention to all the details, you can take care of it yourself and have payments prepared so that when your time comes to leave this earth, it's all taken care of by you. If you're looking for more information on funeral and cremation services, Addis Mortuary also does sea burial services. Look at contacting them at 477-1311 for more information. And they can even provide information on those pre-need plans that I have previously mentioned. And if you're looking to visit them physically, you can visit them on South Route 4 Sinahanya, right after you pass the gas stations heading southbound on South Route 4. If you get the Guam lingo, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Over on your left-hand side, and they're right there, right before you reach Chatwood Bridge and enter into Ordit. It's hard to miss. Addis Mortuary. They're big enough to serve, yet small enough to care. My next guest on the show, he was one of the first guests on the show, actually. Episode 7, RASDUDE shared his presence and his mind and his personality on the show, and we've been friends since. He came on the podcast on episode 62, I believe, 61, 62, and now he graces the podcast with his presence on episode 197. Always a great conversation with my friend RASDUDE, and always provides the laughs and also the beats. He's created so many beats, we decided to play his beats in the background while we were talking later in the episode. So you're going to have to look out for that. So let me not hold you any further from this glorious conversation that I've had with my friend RASDUDE on Master Random, the podcast. Check it out. Good? Oh, yeah. And we're on. RASDUDE.
Yo, man. Wagwan.
Welcome, bro. It's been a while. Yeah. It's been a while. The last time you were here, we missed each other's paths. And now you're here, and I'm glad that, in your short time here, we're able to squeeze it in right before 200 episodes.
Yeah, congratulations,
Thank
man.
you, man.
Doing anything 200 times is a accomplishment. I can't do anything for more than 10 times. Actually, I take that back. But good job, man.
Thank you.
Proud of where the podcast is. Podcast has gone.
Right. It's come a real long way, and it's nice to see it evolve and continue. The plan is to continue to evolve, right?
As with anything.
But how are you? How's everything going with you?
Good. I'm sitting here at the Master Random podcast den. It's really awesome.
Hey, it's the first time someone's called it a den.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I've been on island for about a few days. It's been quite the adventure. How I'm doing? I'm doing good, man. Like just making music and doing the thing.
B-Real still keeping you busy.
Busy? I don't know, man. Like,
do you do a lot of like independent work with the music you're making or the audio side of stuff, or do you do more stuff with BRealTV?
Well, I have my day job.
Okay.
Which is at BRealTV. For those of you who don't know, that's B-Real, the front man of Cypress Hill rap group. He has like a little station, somewhat like this studio. It's like an internet radio and podcasting live. We specialize in live broadcasting, but pretty much I show up to work at the crack of about 3 p.m. I usually like to wake up around... That's it. You were asking me about sleep earlier.
Yeah.
I'll wake up really early in the morning, about before the sun comes up, maybe like 5:30, 6, and I'll start working. I'll start reading stuff about music and start writing some beats till about 8 or 9. Then I'll just take a nice long nap from 9 till about 1. Maybe sometimes I'll wake up earlier. Like
what's your average though of like how long you usually sleep?
Man, it really depends. Honestly, like, most people get 7 hours of sleep a day or 8 hours. They sleep all through the night. I'd like to do about 9 hours of sleep. Then I sprinkle in a few naps here and there per day, like a few, like 1 hour, 2 hour, 2 30-minute naps. So I'm getting about 10 hours of sleep a day, I think, but it's more
intermittent sleeping.
Yeah, because I wake up and I do shit that normal people just go up and they go to work. I get up and
that's my normal for sure.
Yeah, I like use my brain power to like make I make beats and shit, and so I'm like most of my morning is like just getting up and trying to figure out how to make something out of nothing. With your brain. It's kind of like doing just doing a bunch of math problems. Like, how do I create a song right now? It'll satisfy me.
Right.
So it's like it's tiring, man. So I take a lot of naps, and also I smoke really strong weed. So I think that might have something. I'm trying to act like I'm all smart and shit. It's like, no, he just smokes weed all day. But that
all I do is I read a lot and I make music. I would be called a Renaissance man.
Yep. But I smoke weed all day. But going back to my day job, so I go to the studio, BRealTV, about, like 3 p.m., 2 p.m. We get there. Then we just start smoking weed, man. And we just smoke weed all day until like, when I say all day, till about like 5 p.m. It's a stressful job, man. Got to be there from 3 to 5 p.m. The show is from 4 to 5 p.m. every day. And we just started I don't know. We record shit and record segments, and then I also do audio work for stuff over there and for other cats.
How many separate shows do they have all together on his network?
I don't even know anymore. All I know is that I have a show over there, and it's I don't know.
What number are you on right now?
We're on Alley Reviews 74.
Yeah, pretty high up there.
We're on number 74.
Alley Reviews. Play it? Are we allowed to?
Yeah,
show
you could show an alley review. I personally like episode the good ones. Episode 15. That's probably my favorite one. That was early on,
dude. I watched the first 10, and when you first started doing it, I was like, what is this guy up to?
Yeah, now I just sit in the office and other people do it for me.
No way.
It's like I got other people doing it. Like if nobody can do it, then it's like, all right.
Where did the concept develop or evolve from?
People have been asking me that, and I think I definitely was under the influence of something, but I think I saw this video of a guy, or somebody showed me a video of this dude reviewing a sewer or some shit, or he's just in a sewer and he's like swimming around in it, like fucking going underneath the water, and I was like, oh my god, that's horrible. Like, we could just like take it down a notch. So he should just review like a fucking dirty alley or some shit. I was like, yeah, let's just start doing that. So I started filming it on my iPhone.
Right. Alley reviews.
Yeah, episode 15. Fuck, man. Honestly, I can't even remember a lot of them anymore, but that's one that I remember for sure. That was in a really grimy part of Los Angeles. Like people are like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
How do you choose what alley you're gonna go? Do you just go to a map and you're like,
yeah, I go on Google Maps, and basically the way we've been choosing it, or I have chosen it over past 75 episodes, is that we just started near my work. It's all like, okay, let's just go to the ones within walking distance. That's all Skid Row. So we probably hit like 20 alleys around my work, around the studio. Then after that, it's like, wow, we gotta start driving out.
Right.
So then start driving out, and over so many more episodes, people be like, bro, you gotta review this alley and that alley, and oh, let me take you to Hollywood. Take you to Hollywood, check that one out.
So people are actually like making suggestions at this point after your inception of your idea.
Yeah, some people make suggestions, go into like fucking horrible places, which I'm totally fine with.
Go to 15. See if we can.
Yeah, I guess if you go on YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube. You can also find it on my website, RASDUDE.com. That's a great website if you guys don't know. RASDUDE.com. But yeah, the alley reviews. What am I supposed to say, man? It's been quite the journey. We've had a lot of cool people on, some special guests. We've had a lot of it's really dirty, man. It should be on Dirty Jobs. Like, that show should be featured on that. If that show's still around, I don't know if they got canceled or whatever, but
no, I think Mike Rowe did all the dirty jobs he could possibly do.
Yeah, this is one of the dirtiest jobs, definitely. But basically,
and this is why we don't stream on the internet,
Yeah.
because this internet is pretty crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, just to break it down, Alley Reviews is just like a show that it's a showcase of. I mean, of course, it's like reviewing an iPhone, but it's for alleys, and you just run down the list of. It caters mostly to, I'd say, like vandals and pimps and hoes and drug dealers. It's like, here's the alley that's good for mugging someone, and here's an alley that's good for, like dealing drugs or doing graffiti or that type of shit.
Right.
And pretty much, that's how I rate it. The more sketchy it is, I think I give it a better rating. It's like, yo, you get killed here.
You ever found people in the alleys while you're
like found a dead body? Or
no, not dead body, but someone.
Hell yeah. If you go to the top right of that screen, it says alley maps. This is the beauty of the alley reviews. Yeah, click on that. If you click on that, you get to see you scroll down, you can see like where the alley is on the map.
Nice.
So you can go there if you need to take a piss or something, driving around Los Angeles. We filmed some in Guam just the other day, so we'll have a Guam alley review coming. We had one in Miami.
Where'd you do it here?
It was behind the Carabao Brewery.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere around there, I think. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Miami over there. We got you scroll down, we'll see. I don't know, fucking. But yeah, it's just see, I'm not even in these past couple episodes. I can't even believe that. Look, we got a bunch of guest hosts. We've had some rappers on the show. It's pretty fun. This, you know what? You should probably click on that one that says the Avalon Gardens, because that is an area that you do not want to go to. Yeah, I don't know. All right, yeah, let's see what it is. So
South LA.
The story behind this alley review is that we were just driving around one night. No, we weren't driving around. I went to a party at a studio and wound up like falling asleep at the party and wake up, nobody's there. My homie that drove me, I was like,
what?
My homie that drove me, I was like, yo, there's an alley on the map nearby, and we were like in this area. He's like, all right, fuck it, I'll film it. And we get there, and it's just like 87th and Avalon, as you can see. I tell people about it. Like, there's just some guy walking around PCP, just fucking.
Try full screen it here.
Yeah, I just started smoking weed in the street. I was hammered. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, let's check it out.
What time was this?
This is at like 5 a.m, probably, in the hood. So we wind up here at this thing. I don't know if you.
No, I'm not. I've never been around LA. I think the most time I spent was like near. It was like Figueroa. Almost by the Staples Center and almost by USC. Somewhere in between there.
I'm familiar with that area.
Okay.
So this area is not really. It's maybe like 15 minutes away. I'd say I'm trying to figure out what the equivalent on Guam would be. Probably like deep somewhere in that agate or something like that. But this is
more like Tuman, bro.
Look at all that trash and shit. There's a bunch of burnt shit.
Or
like
maybe back road.
Well, this
where everyone's dumping back there.
This particular street is actually dividing blood and Crip territories.
Really?
Yeah. This entire area in Los Angeles of South LA is just, it's all gangs. So I go to take a piss in this alley and it has this is blood territory and has some Crip tags all over it. So some Crips came in and they're banging on this wall. There it is. This is my favorite part of alley reviews, when I get to take a piss on camera. Just because it's like, wow, I can't believe YouTube is allowing such
like this is
filth.
This is like a thing.
Yeah,
right?
it's just like, this is what determines the rating of an alley. But there you can see there's some gang tags right there, all in blue. I actually got rolled up on by some cops the same night. Some cops pulled up when we were taking photos of in another alley.
Yeah.
The camera's about to die, and these cops pulled up, shined the light on us. I put my hands out because I don't want to get killed, 5 a.m. He's like, what are you guys doing? I'm taking photos. He's like, of what? I'm like, of clothes. And he's like, what the fuck? And he just drove away. He just drove away because he knows, like, man, you guys, like, he's like, I'm just going to come back when you guys are dead.
Right.
You're going to get killed.
Yeah.
But luckily, Jesus is on my side.
Couple white boys in the middle of the middle of the ghetto.
Well, me, I look white. My homie that was with me, he knows all the street shit because he grew up in it, so he could tell me like every neighborhood whose territory it is. Right. It's kind of crazy. Like, that's just, I was like, how do you know all that? He said, bro, I just grew up in it.
Is this like a typical day for you in LA, like living out there?
Man, typical day for me, basically what I've been doing here on Guam is like, ever since I've been here, I've just been smoking and drinking and fucking ate some mushrooms, just having a good time, checking out music, making music. It's the same. I do the same thing out there. So
okay. So nothing's really changed. It's just the scenery that you're doing it in.
Yep. I'm doing the same thing I'd be doing anywhere else, but I'm doing it there. And it's like, I go out all the time and just pretty much just go check out music, man.
Yeah.
That's all. So what I do is just check out different music scenes, try to pick up some stuff, see who's doing what, or
Are you headed towards the production side of things, where you want to start producing artists, or even
producing more artists as like, well, the thing is producing for people. I mean, people have a wrong perception of it these days. Is like, oh, I make beats. Give your beats to a rapper and he'll just rap over it. That's not how a lot of people do that, and it's, it's fine or whatever, but I don't believe in that. I believe in actually like I'm not going to give my beats that I already made to somebody. That was for me. I'm going to get in the studio with somebody and make music with them, like how I would with a band, because I'm a musician.
Your beats aren't going to cut off right when you decide. It's not going to, it doesn't end there when it's still evolving, right? Basically. Like, you want to see it all the way through. I mean, if I was doing that, that's what I would like to see, right? And that's why I'm saying, like, eventually you're going to head into the production areas of things, and people will maybe be able to create the ideas that you can put out there. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely more open to working with people now. I mean, ever since I finished school, because I was in music school for a while. I graduated from that, which is pretty awesome. Berkeley College of Music. Shout out to them.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
How long ago?
Just this past in May.
Okay.
April. I can't remember.
Congratulations.
But yeah, graduated with they gave an honorary doctorate to Missy Elliott and Justin Timberlake over there.
No way.
So they were at my graduation. And graduated.
Shit.
Yeah, it was fucking weird. And but yeah, that was out in Boston, which is an awesome town too. But yeah, man. So
Yeah, Boston is actually beautiful.
Yep.
When I went out there, I was like, why did I even consider coming out here?
yeah, it's
Then you
pretty
think
amazing.
but you think about the brutal winters that they had. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I went to the cemetery. You know that famous cemetery where Ben Franklin. There's somebody's buried. Paul Revere, right?
Yeah.
Is probably buried there, and
All of them are buried there.
right. And dude, the whole front is just all babies. You know, kids that just didn't survive the
cold.
harsh winters, man.
Wow. Yeah, winter's a real thing, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I went out there. There's some beautiful alleys out there, man. I did a lot of first person alleys that's coming the next season of alley reviews. We're on season 4 right now. Season 5 is coming, but yeah. I don't know.
You should consider going into virtual reality alleys.
Oh yeah. Doing some in video games.
Yeah, man. You know, that'll be a crazy way for this thing to evolve, right? Is now you can go virtual reality through the alley reviews of LA and basically walk from alley to alley.
Yeah, dude, I should do a 3D cam type thing. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Interactive alley reviews. You can look around at all the shit on the wall, the crack shits. Yeah, man. The first.
There's just so much room for it to evolve, right?
Yeah. I guess so. I mean, other people are doing it. Somebody did an alley review. Dirt Nasty did an alley review on his Instagram the other day. I don't know if it's he's obviously like a huge fan of alley reviews if he's doing that. But
Right.
you know, it's like it's
Definitely inspired.
It's getting around. It's like fucking alley reviews, all right. But yeah, fuck it. That making music, doing audio. What can I say? Going crazy, man. I don't know. Just in the after hours nightlife of Los Angeles. Also been, playing drums out there for.
How did you maintain or manage like being balanced and going to school and still living like
a fucking party animal? Yeah. Well, it took me 10 years to finish school, so
Okay.
I just did it at my own pace, and it was just like, listen, I like to get fucked up. I have to go to work. I have to smoke a lot of weed at work. And I like to drink sometimes, and take psychedelics here and there, like acid last episode. But then I make time to study, man, and I procrastinate a lot. But
so it's definitely not a 4-year plan. If someone were to decide they want to, live the same lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm a dudist, so the lifestyle is just to be as passive as possible. I'm not like trying to fucking. Do it in a certain amount of time. There's no deadlines on anything.
Over
really.
Excel or
I don't want to exert that much energy because I got to spread it out over all this shit. And on top of that, I've been making beats, man. I'm already at almost close to 1,000 beats now. So it's just like
I have a good. I think you dumped. Remember the last? 4 years ago, you dumped a whole bunch of shit into my hard drive, man.
Yeah,
still on my computer to this day.
Nice. That was probably a few hundred. Yeah, that was a few hundred beats ago, man. Like that's another thing. It's just like I don't know how I did it, but I just consistently just keep making things. I might not be releasing things, on iTunes or any of that shit, but I just keep just constantly making music, just getting the stockpile up. So. I can use it later for whatever.
Right.
But that's another thing, man. This music game it's all kind of fucked up with the digital downloads, and it's another thing that.
So is it easier to just put your shit up for free and let people just take a grab at it?
Well, I changed. The way I used to do things was like everybody else. Like, you get a SoundCloud, you get a Bandcamp, you get your music on iTunes and Spotify and all that fucking shit, right?
Right.
And one day I realized that I can just host my own music on my own website, and then I could sell it there. I don't have to. Pretty much in the music industry right now is that it's all, everybody does their thing, sells their music through middlemen, and the middlemen is iTunes and Spotify. And those middlemen take a large cut of your money. Like
You think it's over 50%?
No, it's way more than that. It's like over 99%.
What?
It's like, imagine if this.
Oh, because you get like 10 cents per click, right?
You get 1/10. It's like an average about 0.012 cents per play per download on iTunes. Point 0.01. So that means you need to make $1. You need to sell what is that?
100.
You need to sell 100 songs.
Yeah.
Make $100. You need to sell fucking 10,000
songs, right?
Yeah, if my math, man, I'm so bad at math. Actually, I'm not that
you're
bad.
About right. You're about
yeah.
right.
So when I was like, I can't believe all these musicians and all these artists have decided to allow their music to be worth less. A piece of art to be worth less than I don't even like what is less than a cent, man? Like it's just like fucking, it's free. Well, not free, but it's basically less than fucking a cigarette butt. Less than,
for sure.
For the less than the price of a cigarette, you can own this guy's entire album.
Yeah.
You know, it's just confusing. It's like, who the fuck decided that? And I don't know who it is. So I decided, like, okay, I have one release on Spotify and iTunes and all that. That was from 2012. I'm like, now I'm not going to put out my music on any of those platforms.
Yeah.
Until it's worth it, because it costs about, you know, is anywhere from like, I'm going to say probably like, I heard as low as like $20 to up to like $100-something bucks. I remember when I put my album on iTunes, it cost me like $100-something through CD Baby, something like that. And to put your album on iTunes, get it on all that shit for let's just say $70.
Yeah.
How many songs are you gonna have to sell to make $70 back on iTunes?
700.
You have to sell is it 700?
Oh, for
to make $70
from the iTunes.
Yeah,
at 0.01.
Yeah. What is the math on that?
So 107,000 songs.
You have to sell 7,000 songs. How is anybody like a normal musician or someone like myself supposed to sell 7,000 songs to make nothing, just to make your money back?
Right.
So and for
make back the time it took you to fucking make that album.
Exactly. And
one song of that album.
And making music is 25% of it is like making music. Then the rest is fucking business. And if you're not making money, then it's just a hobby.
So it's easier to market yourself independently away from third parties than to.
Yep. Well, I mean, if you want to just start making a living doing it, you know, they don't give you an opportunity to do that. And so what I decided to do was something I always wanted to do, is to make vinyl records.
Mm-hmm.
And when you sell a vinyl record, you know, mine are priced pretty high. It's $100.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I right there sold one record for $100. That puts me ahead of everybody that couldn't even sell 10,000 songs, you know.
Right.
You have to sell 10,000 songs to keep up. And the value of the record is probably one of the highest in the market.
Right.
You know. So that's something I'm really proud of that I did. And just breaking away from the music industry and just doing my own thing, you know, because it's, at the end of the day, it's art, and I'm not going to let Picasso's not going to fucking sell his painting for, you know, less than a cent.
Right.
This is some art that I put time and effort, and fucking nobody else is going to do it. I did it.
For sure.
So that's why, you know, collectors, they like that shit, and people are buying it, and it's cool, man. It's like, I'm really happy with that people are fucking with it, because for a long time I was really hesitant to release any music. It's just, you know, your own.
At 1,000 beats, though, I mean.
Yeah, you know, it's like, well, I release new music now on my website every week. So every Friday I'll put up a new beat, you know, and people can check it out on RASDUDE.com. But yeah, just I pick and choose from the stockpile. Be like, okay, I'll take this, put it up on Fridays, and every 3 songs I post up, I release it as the digital download, because you can stream, and you know, you can stream a playlist for free on my website, and I'll take those and I'll put them.
So how do how do you take advantage of digital downloads, like selling digital downloads from your website?
Yeah, so what I did is I took those and I put it in a folder. You can download it from my website. Song costs $1. You know, well, I sell them in packs of 3, so you get 3 songs for $3.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, when someone pays me $3 on my website,
you get the $3.
I get the $3 instead of just getting like what was it?
0.03 cents.
0.03 cents. I'm just like, how? Like no, that doesn't make any sense. Like, and you know, and it's like, I don't know, man, because it's a weird thing nowadays, because a lot of people like to spread themselves out across all the platforms, even with like streaming. It's like, yo, we want to be on Facebook and be on Instagram,
right,
and be on Periscope and be on YouTube all at the same time, and on Twitch TV. Like,
unless you're trying to be fucking Gary V, right? It's the only reason to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and for your smaller, you know, much like myself, I think it's better just to like hone in on one thing and just,
not that Gary V has to do anything with music, but yeah,
and just send
not just being on everything, right?
Yeah,
that's the whole idea. And you're right. You want to, people tend to spread themselves onto every single platform that they fucking possibly can, in order to hack attention or gain that attention from who? From the world, to find satisfaction in the art that they're doing.
In numbers. People want to see some numbers, but in the end, man, it doesn't, like, just all those numbers to me don't even fucking matter, man. Like, it's just like, it's like we're still not making money as musicians. Like, I don't get it.
I feel the same way about doing a podcast, you know, doing the podcast and like actually making it a lucrative living. It's never going to be that way technically until the industry builds, here in this region at least. Well,
what I'm finding out, see, vinyl is, I consider it in under merch. So merchandise is pretty much where musicians should be getting a lot of their you know, just getting some, not a lot of it, but getting some income from that. That's an easy one. Like, you go make a shirt for your band, people are going to buy those things, man, if they're available. Right. You know, if you make a shirt for your podcast, people wear your shirt. Right. And that therein like promotes it too. So you're kind of investing and you get paid to do it. Right. That's pretty fun. I can't believe that I'm selling clothes now. It's just weird. Like, I have to go in the studio and design all these clothes and paint them trippy colors.
I know, dude. I still want the shirt with the bud. Oh, so I'm just waiting for that to come out so I can.
They're not out. I actually have one. I
want to buy it from.
I
want to support.
You want to see it? It's pretty cool.
Sure. Yeah. Is it the purple one?
No. Well, no. This one is This is the Tangerine Dream tee.
Have you seen this?
It's a one-off. This one's a one-off.
No, not yet.
Painted by a wizard.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah, this one is cool. It's got a reflective paint on it, so you know it's like all the black on here will shine up.
Yeah.
Like if you take a flash photo with it.
Okay.
Or if a car drives by with the brights on.
Right. It'll reflect. It's like a 3M reflective paint.
It's kind of like a reflective, kind of like a automotive paint almost.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty trippy here.
Thanks, bro. I'll buy this for you. I'll give you some.
Fuck yeah, thank you.
Let me PayPal you some cash.
Yeah, you can do. Anybody else that wants to get some shit, you go on RASDUDE.com/shop. We got all that, but it sells out. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's
I know. That's why the first one, the first time you put out the shirt, I fucking missed the boat, man.
I mean, they usually last for like about a month or two, and you know all the sizes run out. But yeah, that's another thing that I enjoy doing is like I like making all this cool merch. It's all limited edition, and each one is different. It's always different every drop. I've never dropped the same thing twice. Just like, to me, it's like making beats. Like I don't like making the same shit.
I feel like you're going a good way about it in not letting the art, the passion for the art, lose your passion for the art because of the business, right?
Yeah, just try to keep it.
It doesn't seem like you're gonna burn yourself out because you're allowing the art to seep into the business like organically almost.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah,
like me, I had a hard time even just with like a rebrand, right? So it's like
rebrand.
Yeah, man. At least like so I'm working on changing my logo. So
That's a tough one. I was actually reading that your logo is pretty important. And for me right now is that I have, in fact, 2 logos. I have this logo, which is it's a nug smoking a person. Then I have a font logo, which is the RASDUDE font. That
right.
it's a pattern that I drew out. I drew it, and I had my guy go in. He edited and just made
Cleaned it up.
Yeah, he cleaned it up, and it's the RASDUDE font, the one that says RASDUDE. So I pretty much have 2 logos, but essentially one logo, I guess. But I guess a font, and that is it's different. Like Nike has the check, the swoosh, and it says Nike.
Yeah, I want to say what mine is, but it's 200 episode 200. I'll show you.
You're gonna reveal.
Yeah. We made some cover art for the podcast, and then I had to decide on an actual fucking logo that almost represents podcast.
Huh, nice.
Yeah, it's tough though. Trying to find your identity as an artist. I consider doing podcasts as sort of an art in conversating, but
most definitely
having conversations, and so just trying to find my identity as one was one of the toughest things I ever had to do, because I don't really think in that realm of considering myself an artist, even though I do consider
you're the master of
talking to people sort of an art, right?
The random master. Yeah, man, finding your purpose as an artist and like finding your voice as an artist is weird. And I mean, for me, I don't even, I could probably like start fucking rapping and singing all over my shit, but I just like having instrumental music, man. I just, just keeping it dark and grimy. It's like, what is RASDUDE? And it's like, I don't know. I've had identity crisis. Like, am I just gonna stop doing what I'm doing, get a job, and fucking 9 to 5 and do this? It's like, that is the opposite of what RASDUDE should be doing. Like, RASDUDE just doesn't give a fuck, and he makes lo-fi, nasty, grimy beats, music, and does whatever he wants, and smokes a gang of weed, and runs around Los Angeles causing havoc, having a good old time partying, just bringing joy to the kids of LA, or the people, the old kids. I hang out with a bunch of older kids. It's pretty fun. But
because you feel like a kid yourself.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Out there, it's all like, it's pretty fun, man. I've started DJing out there too. Like, got to DJ some cool parties.
You even DJ'd at Coachella.
Oh yeah,
yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I fucking for the past year I started gigging out. So I play my beats around. I got my SP404 made by Roland. It's a sampler with 12 pads on it. So I use that to play my beats live. Then I don't consider that DJing. I consider it's more of just like performing. It's like,
for sure. So you already have a built-in beat, and then you just build in different parts into the patch, or patch it in.
I use it like how a DJ would mix, in that I have all my pads have songs on them, full songs. So I play it. Number 1 will have my first song. Pad number 1, I'll play that. Then pretty much just add effects and switch shit up to make it interesting. Then you transition to the next song, and I just do a set, good. Man, Coachella, I had to do an hour. So I did the first night I got there, I did an hour. Then I was like, I don't like the order that I played all those songs in. So then the final night that I was there, I played again. And yeah, it was pretty fun. Coachella was weird, man. That was, I never thought I'd go to Coachella ever, but they asked me if I wanted to play. I was like, all right, go out there. And you pretty much you had to pretend to be homeless for like 4 days. I was sleeping in my car the first night, and somebody gave me a tent.
Really?
Yeah, because I had camped out the tent site, and you just wake up and you start drinking. People were giving me like tea with tequila, and everybody's just like, everybody's just like doing drugs. It's crazy. It's like Skid Row, man, but like for hipsters and shit.
Yeah, mainstream Skid Row.
Yeah, it was interesting though. I never been to a music festival before, and just I saw it, and it kind of freaked me out.
But you went in as an artist also.
Yeah, I went in as an artist. I got to do all the fun shit too, and just like, I luckily, oh my god, the best thing about being an artist wasn't even playing there. It was like It's like when you're there at Coachella, the best thing about being an artist pass or having an artist pass is being able to go use the artist restroom, man, because that was like some medieval shit. Like there were like, just porta potties and like thousands and thousands of people going in these porta potties and just fucking them up and like going there. It's a horrible situation, man. Like I went in there and luckily right before Coachella, I made RASDUDE bandanas. So I brought a bunch of bandanas. I was like, oh fuck, I'm going to Coachella, man. Bandanas, awesome. So it was dusty out there, man. People were coughing up mud, but yeah. Before I stepped in the porta potty, I was like, put on my bandana, covered my face, and dude, like, it was no joke in there, man. I felt like I was transported back into like ancient Roman times, like before plumbing was around. It was just like
people just dumping in the fucking holes.
Oh yeah, like something like it's at the Coliseum and fucking underneath it where they have all their toilets and stuff. Yeah, it was horrible. So like, I found the artist's restroom, which is like a mile away. Somebody had to drive you there. But thank God, man, that was like probably the best part about having an artist pass. And, you get to just
access to any stage and everything like that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You can walk around the back and maybe get some free beers here and there.
Right.
But, yeah, Coachella, some people are getting mad at me because I slept through a lot of it. Like, I like to sleep. I took some naps through like headlining acts. People were like, you didn't go see Tame Impala, blah blah blah. I was like, man, it was hot out, bro. I was like, it was fucking hot, and somebody gave me a tent. I fell asleep in the tent. Just woke up like sweating so hard because how hot it was, man. And like,
how do I say this? And the people in the campsite, are there places to shower and stuff like that?
Yeah, they actually have. Well, they have a public shower, right, which is just as bad as the porta potties because some dudes were going in there and taking shits in the showers. They had to make a sign saying, if you guys keep like taking dumps in the showers, we're gonna have to close the showers down. You guys don't want that. So everybody's like, oh my god, like people are pooping in the showers. And I was like, I am not going in there. Like, I'm not even gonna shower. Like the first day I didn't shower, I didn't shit. I was just like held everything in. And I just like stayed dirty because I was like, I'm not gonna use those porta potties or that, man. And I found about this glorious like artist bathroom. It was like a mile away. And I had somebody drive me out there on the second day, and it had hot water, and somebody gave me soap. I came so unprepared, man. Thank God for all my neighbors, man. Shout out to you guys. The only thing I brought was like
your car.
I brought my car. I brought my weed. Then I brought fruits and veggies, and maybe like changes of clothes and shit. And I also brought some wine. Just like a big bottle of wine. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but we're going to make it happen.
And you traveled down there by yourself from
LA? Yeah, I just drove over there and met up with the caravan, and then we all parked and we camped out there. Yeah, it was pretty fun, man. Got to play for a bunch of people that were lying down. So I was playing in this tent we're at the campground called the Turn Down Tent, and it was just like the whole floor was covered with
bodies.
Not bodies. Well, it's covered with that, but underneath the bodies are those like floaty shit for pools, like like floaty devices or whatever. Right. So the whole floor is covered with that, and people were just lying down on those like inflatable mattresses and shit while I'm just playing a good hour of dope beats, and yeah, people were dancing, jumping up and down. But yeah, Coachella was fun.
I've never been. I don't think I've ever been.
You don't want to pay to go. You don't want to pay to go to Coachella. I'm just gonna say that. Like, I wouldn't pay to go to Coachella. It's like a couple $100, and it's just like you're paying to be homeless. Like, I don't get. Like, I was getting paid to be homeless, so that was fine.
Unless you're living off grounds, right?
Yeah. Unless you're staying at like an Airbnb, but dude, it's like that's so much money to be spending to go see. Ideally, like, you're gonna go to Coachella. Like, how many artists are you really excited to see there?
Right?
Are you excited to see everybody? But I didn't even know who was playing there. I was just like, I'm playing. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get the fuck out. And like, I thought I was gonna go there the first day and just get in and out. I was like, there's no way I can leave because getting in took me like 8 hours. Like, going through security and going through all this. I was like, I just have to stay because I played on the first day. Like, the first weekend I went there, played the first day and the last day, which is like Thursday through Sunday.
Okay.
So I was like, I have to I just have to wing it, man. I don't have nothing. Luckily,
you just got to survive for the next 4 days.
Yeah,
basically.
a survivor, man. And somebody gave me a tent. Somebody the first day cooked for me. People were giving me beer the whole time.
Is it because they knew you didn't have shit, or?
Yeah, one of the homies. Yeah, like somebody I bumped into over there is like, I don't know. I can't remember what the fuck we were talking about. It's like, yeah, I'm just staying in my car. He's like, bro, my fan, like, I'm here. I go to Coachella with my mom and dad every year, like, and they have extra tent. You go to other people's tents, it's like super set up, man. These guys got like a stove. They got like everything like ready to go. Like mine was just my car.
Fucking
like,
lion rug, right?
Yeah.
With the fucking bear head coming out,
yeah,
right?
yeah, these guys got like some safari type shit. It's like, what? It's like, damn, you guys got an inflatable mattress, all that shit. Like my tent, it's like I'm just sleeping on the ground and basically on a shitty picnic blanket. It was cold, man. I was sleeping that night. It was freezing. No blanket, just me and my fruits and my weed.
You really came unprepared.
Oh yeah, no, I had no idea. I remember.
You didn't ask. You didn't want to. You didn't want to ask.
No, I didn't even know. Like, I totally.
When did you find out you were gonna play?
Oh,
and how did you get the gig?
Oh, how did I get the gig, man? To be honest, okay, let me see. Well, I played this party or show called Beat Cinema, and that's in Los Angeles. It's pretty cool. It's just a bunch of kids getting together, and it's every other Wednesday. And they just get people to come play beats. So I went over there and played over there. Then one of the dudes from over there was like, hey, do you want to play Coachella? So-and-so somebody from Golden Voice is asking. And Golden Voice is the company that throws, they throw multiple events like Coachella, and like they throw a lot of shows in LA, and they own a bunch of venues and stuff like that. I still don't even know who it was over there, but he was like, hey, somebody from Golden Voice wanted to, was asking if you wanted to play. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go, shit. That'll be a good look on the resume. So did all that. Ate a bunch of mushrooms over there as well. It was pretty fun. Yeah, had a good time. It was really dusty over there, man. But yeah, it was pretty fun. It was just like a music party all day, like the whole day. You go to the rave, you can go check out the rock bands, you can check out, some DJs or some rappers.
Right.
Yeah, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, I had a pretty fun time over there. The set was one of my favorites that I've done. I think it's good. I had to play for an hour. This is my first time ever playing for an hour, so that was interesting.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, that just playing that gave me more confidence and. I'm doing, I guess, but still, even after that, a lot of people.
Has it opened up some doors since?
Has it? I don't know, man. Like the thing is, like people probably expect, like, oh, you play Coachella, oh, you must be like fucking getting calls now and shit. It's like, no, it's like the same thing. It's just like, it's like all it means to me is that. Like, just keep doing what you're doing, man, because you're obviously doing something right. You're obviously doing something correct here. Just keep doing that shit.
Yeah.
And you'll just keep getting like playing at Coachella. Like I just put it. It's like that's on my resume, but I'm not making it like
blasting it everywhere.
I'm not walking around being like, I play Coachella. Let me play your fucking shit. But it's like when I try to get gigs in other scenes and stuff like that, I approach it as if I'm just like nobody, I'm just like, hey man, how do I get to play your show? Love to play it, like that type of shit.
Right.
I don't say I play
it's a different kind of marketability when you're going out there, like approaching people with possibly them never even hearing about you, or even heard anything you haven't played.
I expect nobody to have ever heard my shit before, and that and that's another thing is like selling yourself and branding yourself as an artist is like these people have never heard me before. How am I supposed to explain to them what the fuck it is I do? Which is like, I don't know, like that. It's still like hard for me to explain.
Do you think that's a part of the whole identity conversation?
Yeah, because it's like, as a musician, is that I have the capability, especially after like learning what I did in school. It's like I can make any genre I want, do whatever the fuck I want, like make anything. But you have to put a focus on what it is, and it's like, what is it I do? I make beats, but at the same time, I don't even really like calling it that, because to me, they're a little bit more than that. They're like compositions. Everything I do is original. I don't even sample anymore, really. I mean, I do, but not as heavily as I did. Now I compose music and sample it myself.
Right.
Keep everything in the box, so I own all my music. Because when you start sampling other people's shit, that they have ownership of a part of your song, whether you like it or not.
Right.
And people get away with stealing all the time, but I don't know, man. If you really give a shit about another artist and you're taking their shit, you probably want them to get paid too.
You find that you like staying creative in that sense if you're constantly have to output.
Yeah, you got to go back and forth between doing all kinds of shit, man, because some days I just won't feel it. It's like I can't make a song today, but at the same time I could probably like program some drums, make some sounds.
Right. It doesn't end at that one thing.
Yeah, it's like, I can't think of a melody today. It's like, all right, well, fuck that melody. Let's just like start making drums and bass and just start from there. Just like start playing with noises and doing that, or play some shit backwards or whatever, or just sit down and listen to some music.
Play some of this shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you go on RASDUDE.com,
let's play some of your music while we're talking.
Yeah, I say just RASDUDE.com.
No, you don't have to turn it on. Yeah,
That's
or maybe if there's like visuals and shit.
I mean, the website can be visual. It depends how it's loading.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we are, RASDUDE.com. We got. You can see all of them are named after flavorful. Okay, first thing I have to say is RASDUDE.com is you have to be over 21 to go on this website. It's because it might induce some effects on your brain that children shouldn't be having. But I'm just kidding. I just say that it's actually 100% legal worldwide, but I just say that just so younger kids will go on RASDUDE.com. They like disobeying.
Right.
So be like, you better not be going on RASDUDE.com. You're not old enough for that shit. And be like, what?
Did you see the warning?
Yeah, there's a warning on it. It's like RASDUDE.com is a Schedule 1 controlled substance. Keep out of reach of children and animals. So your dog can't listen to it with you. May only be consumed by persons of 21 years of age or older. Intoxicating effects of RASDUDE.com may be related or delayed up to 2 hours. Use while pregnant or breastfeeding may be harmful. RASDUDE.com may impair your ability to drive and operate machinery. Please use extreme caution. So yeah, I guess you could press
it's like cocaine and cigarettes at the same time then.
It's like, well, every time you press play on RASDUDE.com, somebody's acid trip activates. So that means like somebody just like did some
I don't think
drugs.
We'll get booted off of since this is your stuff.
Oh no, yeah. This is all cool.
Because we put this on YouTube.
Yeah, you can play all this. You can play all of RASDUDE.com. Don't matter. Yeah, but Ice Cream Cake is what you're listening to right now.
You do all the drums and
yeah, drums are usually sampled from drum breaks just because I like the way they sound. But I'll go and reprogram them. This one, yeah, man, I don't even remember making a lot of it. It's just like because every beat that I make different. I don't ever have a formula to make something. I do something almost differently every single time. Drums are pretty much different every single time. Like the drum noises, all the patches that I use. I rarely ever do the same thing twice. That's just like how you kind of keep it interesting. But I don't know, man. They're pretty simple compositions. It's just like hip hop based. That's my favorite music.
Right.
I don't like to get too complicated.
It's actually the kind of shit I like working to.
Yeah, it's like
just something sort of where lyrics don't really get in the way with the thought process, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's thinking man's music. It's stuff that you put on when you're driving.
I like that.
It's stuff that you put on when you're driving around, when you're studying or you're working on some shit. You can always put on RASDUDE.com and know that you won't be like too distracted by the music,
right?
Because I keep it chill. I'm not making it. There's no guitar solos on this shit. Nothing that'll distract you from doing whatever you're doing. You just put the shit on. You mow the lawn.
Yeah.
You fucking drive around. Smoke some weed. You know, fucking rap over it. I don't know, freestyle. Yeah, RASDUDE.com. This is Headband. This sounds like it samples a record, but I actually composed some shit. I can't remember. Composes some kind of orchestral
Kind of
piece.
sounds like something Immortal Technique would rap over. That kind of style of rap.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Or at least play it and just turn it down. Just like, kind of like in the background.
There you go. Yeah, that's fine. What were we talking about earlier?
Creativity, like trying to stay creative, constantly creating.
Oh, man.
With trying to stay original and...
Staying original is key, man. Like...
RASDUDE, how you liking this episode? It's great, huh? Why don't you leave a rating and review if you're listening to this on the Apple Podcast app? And Maddie B will read your review on the podcast. And always, the reviews, the ratings, they always matter. And it helps us be seen on the charts and stuff like that. But back to the conversation. Here we go. But is there any real originality? People would argue that really there is no real originality, because maybe all the originality is now hosh posh of different things that's already been created.
Well, what I try to do is, or what I do is a lot of the time I don't really listen to a lot of music, I might listen to music every once from my record collection, but I don't listen to music within the genre that I'm making. I don't listen to very much hip hop these days, even though that's like my favorite. Like I used to listen to a lot, when I first started really liking music, but I'm stuck, I'm not listening to anything really new too much, a few things here and there, but I'm not listening to nearly as much shit. I'm not listening to other people's beats, because to me that's like, I might get an influence from them. Maybe I don't want, trying to keep my shit kind of pure,
Yeah, when I was writing music back in my early 20s, I stopped listening to other music completely.
Yeah.
And every time I did listen to music, it was on my own, just picking up the guitar and writing a chorus or writing a new medley. And it's easy to get influenced and make it sound like something you've heard before, even subconsciously. And I don't know if I'll be able to be the same way. I haven't exercised my mental, my writing since 4 years since I started this podcast. So you ask me to do it now, I don't think.
Well, for me, like one thing I started doing is that when I started making beats, all I wanted to do was just make beats. I just want to make these fucking hip hop, boom bap, like fucking Madlib style beats, and that's all I wanted to do. But nowadays, like I'm more open to just making any genre of music. Like I'm like, but I don't like genres I don't even listen to. So I'd be like, I want to make a house song. I don't even know like how it just kind of sounds like this, like boom boom boom. So let's just do a 4 on the floor thing and just start making my own thing. And that I think is a cool way to dive into, like when you start diving into other genres that you're unfamiliar with, that's where you start making stuff within that genre that's actually truly original, because you don't listen to other cats in that genre. You already have your own influences from hip hop, and it's translating into house music or into, dance music or whatever. Like for me, it's like, I stopped listening to a lot of music for so many years just because I was just making my own stuff, like a lot of beats. But then, recently I just started diving into other genres and seeing how it turns out, and it sounds like RASDUDE, but it's not like a fucking hard hitting or super dark beat. Like all my shit is like really like lo-fi, drum and bass, like stony, just really like, drowsy type beats. But recently I started making dance music, but it's still got like a lo-fi dark element.
Maybe that's your created style and personality now.
Yeah,
as an artist, right?
Yeah, when people hear like it could be any genre that I make, but when they hear it, they might be like, "Oh, that sounds like a RASDUDE thing," just because it sounds like old and dusty. Because I use a lot of tape saturation, and I don't like my shit sounding like brand new. Like I like it sounding like it's old, but it uses new sounds in it. It's like oh, here's a recording from the 70s, but it's using like crazy synthesizer and drum machine noise. They didn't even have fucking drum machines back then. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, when people hear it, I want them to think that it's old. It's like something maybe somebody overlooked.
Well, that's that lo-fi. That's that lo-fi style too, right?
Yeah. I didn't even really
have like that tape-ish sound.
I didn't really like calling my shit lo-fi, but I
turn
just
up his shit a little bit. Just so
maybe I'm not talking
just
to
so
the
we
mic.
can hear. No, your jams.
Oh, the jams.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Just low enough. So
I think that's good right there. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of dark shit, psychedelic, very psychedelic influence, very dub influence. If you listen to early dub reggae, a lot of the way I make my sounds is because of dub reggae, because their recordings weren't pristine sounding. It was all like dirty sounding. It was made in a smoky fucking Jamaican studio where they had fucked up tape, and all that shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they didn't have the best microphones or preamps that sounded super clear. It always had like this like dark sound to it,
Yeah.
Like it was just really cool. So I base a lot of the sonics after old school reggae.
How much have you taken from your schooling and now applies to your artistic style?
From school? Well, a lot of what I learned in school that helped me was music theory,
Like understanding the language itself,
Yeah, I wouldn't even... Yeah, music theory is a language, but it's like also like when you start really getting deep into it, it starts to become mathematics. It's music is there's a lot of music is physics. What we hear, it's all physics and math equations, basically. The sound that is coming out of my mouth there's an equation to everything that is occurring. The vibrations are exiting my mouth and the frequencies and how you're perceiving them and how loud it is, and from where I'm hearing it and how loud it is from where you're hearing it. Everything has an equation, and when it comes to music, there's tones that when they're played in certain successions sound pleasant to the ear, and it's all science.
Right.
That's another thing is
and
like
mathematics.
Yeah, it's mathematics, and people don't realize that that's what they're doing. So yeah, I've been studying this jazz cat named John Coltrane. I don't know if you heard of John Coltrane.
I may have.
John Coltrane has this drawing of a wheel, of a tone wheel. It's like the circle of fifths. I don't know if you're into music. There's this wheel called the circle of fifths that basically tell you what key to play next and stuff.
What notes fall under that certain key.
Yeah, this guy John Coltrane has a variation of that has like basically all these lines on it, and it forms like geometric shapes and stuff like that. And so his music was very complex, and that every note was calculated so he would not have to be restricted to a key of music, because most songs are played in one key of music. It's like this song is played in the key of C, and it's going to be in these chords.
Most church music, right?
yeah, everything is played in one thing, but jazz music is completely, how do I say, like free jazz, I guess. It's music that has no boundaries. Like you can go up and down any scale and change to anything you want, and but it's all how you play it, all the successions of notes and all that, and it gets pretty complicated, man. So it's like, and this guy John Coltrane pretty much wrote like some masterpieces and stuff that were, I guess, considered fractal. Like the music itself was like, there was like like a micro element to it in the melody. Then you zoom out to the structure of the song itself. It's also like it's like the same layout. Like it's just really strange shit, and something that I'm not even like I'm not like an expert on or anything. It's something I'm
you're
studying.
going right over my head too.
But,
I mean, I'm trying to find something that's related to it. Like it's almost like anatomic, right? So it's taking the music and breaking it down even further.
Yeah.
Than it can. Then
basically
you may have thought, or you didn't think it could go, right?
Yeah, there's just like music is all just the numbers and fucking frequencies and how they're combined in waveforms and stuff, and it's just it just gets pretty insane how what you can do with it. And the thing is, a lot of that shit has been lost because where we developed the original tuning scale from and all that, you know, it was developed in Greece, like our 12-note system, you know, do re mi fa sol la ti do, right? Like that shit was developed in Greece, I think. But there's different tuning scales throughout the world, you know, like
Ionian.
I mean that's the Greek shit. But you have like tuning scales from Asia, where and Japan, you know, China, and even like Egypt has their own thing, and India has their own thing. And we're Western, you know, so we have our own tuning scale. Play it differently, but like the Greeks put like a science to it, and that's pretty much like the basis of where we get, you know, most of our modern music from. But it's developed into a thing that you don't have to understand where the music came from to make music these days. You know, you just turn on your laptop and you just plug in a few things, which is cool. I mean, like, that's cool that people can figure out how to express themselves without even knowing that what they're doing.
But the purity of it kind of goes away.
I don't say the purity of it, but just like the knowledge of it, because it's like I see it as a very valuable knowledge. understanding music and creating something that could be like groundbreaking for music, because music hasn't changed really. Right. Music hasn't evolved much in the past 2 decades since hip-hop started coming around. Like, there's no new genre. I mean, there's like EDM genres, but there was nothing like John Coltrane made this piece called Love Supreme, or Giant Steps, this jazz piece. If you look it up, Giant Steps, when he played it, everybody at the time was like, holy shit, this is like some new shit. And that was cool about jazz, is that it just kept evolving and evolving, getting more complex, more complicated, and people were like unlocking new things. And they're all basically like mathematical geniuses in the way that they're playing intervals of certain, different keys and notes that they're hitting. It's like some really like some fucking true genius level shit that we don't really get anymore, because songs these days are like 3 notes, It's like 3 notes and you put some drums over it. Yeah,
the same nursery rhyme kind of tunes, right? That we grew up with, that's sort of recognizable as the mainstream.
I think nursery rhymes are way better written than shit today. These days. Yeah. These days is like people don't even know what they're doing. Like, I make a bunch of beats that aren't like fucking, they're nothing complicated and shit. I can't be talking shit, but I do have the, I feel like I have the ability to make something insane. Like, what I would like to do is, take my knowledge of all that shit and apply it to hip hop, because I love hip hop so much.
Right.
But hip hop is like stagnant. So
what you're saying
right
is it hasn't bled, your learned education hasn't bled into your hobbyist.
It has, like, it's affected everything I've done. Like, when I was studying through school and making beats, my beats would change because I learned something new. I learned some new theory. I learned sound design. Like, it always changed and changed. But now I'm at this level where it's like, I'm like, this is after school. I'm learning shit that without school I would not have the ability to understand. Like I just bought a new book that has an insane amount of like different. It's like a thesaurus for writing music, basically. And it's just all a bunch of notes and different crazy melodies and shit that you can just take from and do your own thing. But without music school, I wouldn't have been able to read this at all. Like,
for sure.
Even with just like,
and your music wouldn't have been able to evolve the way it has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
almost in succession with concurrent with
Yeah.
with your with what you're learning in school. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing too, is like, man, like people, like, I haven't even revealed like the newer shit either, because like I'm still posting beats from like on my website, even like from their as old as 2013, you know, like years old. So I'm really excited. I think probably maybe the next year I like to have a record out that's just like you know, I like to call it maybe something progressive, like a progressive hip hop record, because I feel like this just hasn't been done yet. You know, there's like prog rock and prog metal. So like a hip hop record that's just, you know, just like epic, like of epic proportions. Most hip hop records these days is like, you know, it's a bunch of bullshit songs put together, and it's all kind of boring.
Right.
You know, I'm just trying to figure out how to make it fun.
Yeah, it seems like trap is losing the beats itself, right? I mean, at least the element.
A lot of the trap beats starting to sound the same.
And it's hitting on the same notes or on the same timing, right?
Yeah.
And the same different guys are doing the same raps over these things with noises that don't even make sense to the music, right?
I don't really listen to much trap music.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that.
Well, Well, I don't listen to trap. Like, I'm not a fan of the genre, but I do absolutely love Young Dolph. I don't know if you listen to Young Dolph.
No.
Young Dolph and Key Glock. Those are actually got to hang out with those dudes, or Key Glock rather. But yeah, they're these rappers from Memphis, and they're just wild, you know. They're funny.
Yeah.
Like, I really like them because they have a sense of humor in their raps. Like, they're just about having fun and shit. But the beats that they rap on are pretty cool. I mean, not every song I like, but like, there's certain cats out there. I mean, those guys in particular of that genre, I'm like, okay, they're cool, you know. But most of it, no, I can't listen to. But there's some new hip hop coming out in New York. That's a new, like a grimy style of hip hop. It's been around for maybe like 4 years or something like that. It's like really slow, like sinister type beats, and it's like a new era of gangster rap kind of. But even then, all those guys are talking about the same shit, you know, like like shooting motherfucker and like
money,
drive-bys, and money, not even bitches, it's just like, yeah, I guess money, drugs, bitches, guns, you know, same old shit. Like nobody's saying anything interesting. I don't know why. It's like,
but is there anything interesting to say anymore? I mean,
I'd love to hear about a dude just rapping about his fucking day at work or some shit. You know, it's like, just tell me about something that I don't do,
and
like,
that
nobody else does. You know?
Yeah, I agree, but I mean, it's almost like this conversation. Like, it can be interesting or it cannot be interesting. There's really.
Oh, fuck, I think
it's interesting. Trust me.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying from trying to talk about something that hasn't been talked about or rap about something that hasn't been rapped about, it's almost impossible now, right? Unless you're trying to reach some existential heights of lyrics.
What people forget about rap music is that back in the day, in the early days of rap music, it was about dropping knowledge on motherfuckers, you know? The people used to drop knowledge on motherfuckers in their raps, you know? They'd be like, just tell you about society or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Everybody just talks about themselves. It's always I this and I this and I got a gun and I got fucking money and it's really like, it's like, man, nobody gives a fuck, dude. Like, we all got our own problems and shit. You rap about something cool, you know? Like, I don't know. Yeah. It's like, it gets boring hearing about some dude rap about his life as if it's unique, but he's doing the same shit as everybody else. You're selling drugs and you're fucking, it's like, do you want to do anything else, like fun? Go to the carnival or something? No, I'm just kidding. But like, you know, I like hardcore rap though. That's the thing. But yeah, man, it's all just kind of the same shit over and over again. That's why I just don't even listen to rap that much these days. You know, there's a few cats here and there, but I'm not like actively just putting on rap music, even though I love hip hop and all that. I usually stick to like older shit. You know, I like Cypress Hill. I like fucking Notorious B.I.G.
You keep track at all what's going on here?
Over here? Music? On the island?
Yeah.
Man, I don't keep track really anywhere, man. I just like do my own thing, you know?
Yeah. Like,
it doesn't even matter where I'm at. there's a few cats over here that I know make beats, like Nuga Jr.
Yeah.
He's also a proud supporter of RASDUDE.com. fucking, yeah, I know he makes beats, and I know there's like a few other cats doing it, which is cool, man. Like, I'm glad that shit's getting popular. But man, honestly, like, I'm like most music anywhere, like, my favorite way to find music is where I'm at. So in Los Angeles, I'll go out, I'll see a flyer on Instagram, some fucking venue, and I'll just go to the show, see what kind of music it is. Like, I go to, you know, punk shows, noise shows, you know, raves, crazy industrial music, whatever, reggae shows, just any kind of music. Few jazz shows here and there, but a lot of like electronic stuff, and just checking out DJs and going that. So there's some cool parties too in Los Angeles. There's one called Motown on Monday, because they play all Motown music, like strictly, you know, all those hits like Diana Ross and Michael Jackson and like all that old shit. So for that party, one of the DJs over there gives me music, and I sample it and I flip it into dance tracks, pretty much for the crowd to keep dancing to. It's a pretty cracking party, you know. So this dude will play my we call them flips, you know, sample flipping. You take a sample and you flip it into your own song. So yeah, so been doing that in LA, you know. There's that, and just breaking into other scenes. Fuck, I'm losing my train of thought. Maybe I should spark this joint right here. I mean, why? What's going on with the scene here? What have you been?
I don't know.
hearing?
I mean, I've had many musicians on this show already, man, and you know, just seeing it evolve, right?
Yeah.
The hip hop scene is sort of evolving here with these younger cats like Jed and Oniwan, right? And those are just two to name to name, right? Of the many who are doing it. And then, you know, the reggae scene, of course, 4-Piece been doing their thing for a good amount of time, and
those guys are actually they got a buzz, man, in the States. Like, actually I hear about them from friends and from people in the reggae scene, because I've been getting into the reggae. Well, I mean, I've always been in the reggae scene in LA, like going to shows and shit. Like, there's this one party in particular called Dub Club. It's every Wednesday, and they just play, you know, reggae music all night. It's one of the most cracking parties, and I was going there for the longest time, just always just showing up. And this year I actually got to DJ over there, you know. Got to DJ there twice for one of the most cracking reggae parties, you know, at least in the fucking probably in the whole country.
okay.
You know, this one's every Wednesday, and it's just really fun. But yeah, and people from that scene, you know, they know a 4-Piece band and other bands from Guam, so it's cool that they're getting out there.
Yeah,
you know,
they're about to embark on a tour, I think soon, the end of next month. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to DJ at one of their shows at the Troubadour. That'd be pretty fun. Get some to reunite. My cousin's in that band, so
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing to figure out is if it's smart for music here to try and evolve in the States and do what 4-Piece is doing, right? Insert themselves into a scene, and be able to do it from here, but go out there. Or is Asia the next frontier, right? For Western music to.
Honestly, man, like after I saw Coachella, you know, when I saw it at Coachella, I wasn't there to fuck. I wasn't looking at the fucking whoever the fuck was on stage or the people. I was looking at there's economics to it, man. Like, look at all these fucking people here. Look at all these people they had to employ for this shit to happen. How many of these people are even from here? They're like, all these people are from all over the fucking world to come here to see these fucking musical artists, blah, blah,
probably
blah.
get 100 feet in range of them.
Yeah.
Closest.
You're really close. You're like there at the stage, like at the fucking front of the stage. So like everybody, it's a crazy thing, and it's like basically a tourist attraction, you know, and there's...
Slightly bring me up just a little bit.
There's so much money going into that festival, and it's...
Thanks. Just me, yeah.
That's what was really impressive about it, is like, okay, I'm seeing this shit. Everybody's being drawn out to the fucking shitty fucking desert. It's like, man, what if we could do that on Guam? Like, we could just throw a badass music festival on the island. In the middle of
nowhere.
In the middle of the fucking ocean, but, you know, it's still, you're on a fucking island, which is way cooler than a desert.
Right.
just have, do something like that. Start bringing people out here instead of us having to go over there. Just bring them to us, bring work here.
Economically, it doesn't work out. I mean, yeah, they're bringing artists all the time here to Guam, right? But how much are they spending just to bring these artists? And what is the margin of profit?
What you have to think about it is like, who are these? They're catering it just to the locals. Like Coachella caters to the whole fucking world.
Right.
You can do the same shit on a fucking island. People pay, like, it's a different crowd that probably come be rich fucking motherfuckers, rich kids come over, spend all their money on the island. Boom, for music festival, go see whoever the fuck is most poppin' motherfucker and basically be a tourist attraction. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, there was this concert. They were trying to be a concert series in the Philippines, and their first concert was Kanye West and Wiz Khalifa headlining the whole show. And at the end, for the fucking late nighters, was Afrojack, right? So and they had people travel over there, but fuck, dude, it's been 4 years since that show.
Yeah, see, it just depends who's getting behind it, It's like, and it's hard to get everybody in one place at one time, like,
right,
for a festival of that size. But it's like they can do it, anybody can do it. So that's what I see, like, would be really cool, instead of people from the island going out there and they come over here. But it's cool that they're going out and tour over there, but touring is no joke, man. It's not for everybody, dude. I don't think I'm built to tour, even though I'm playing shows and stuff. Like, I'd much rather just tour on my own leisure than have to do it every fucking day. It's like you're always moving, you're always waking up, you gotta maybe do a radio show, and you're constantly on the road, and you're constantly setting up and mic checking, and it doesn't stop. Like, tours just, and everybody's like spending money. It's crazy.
There's been a bunch of bands who've been touring Japan lately. Yeah, in the last couple of years, I believe like almost 4 or 5 bands have been out there.
I've seen that. That's cool. I see, like, man, like a U.S. tour is pretty fucking intense because it's so big, dude. Like, you're flying, you're driving hours, days at a time. Tour of Japan seems pretty chill. Like, doesn't seem like you're gonna be
like, you can easily do. I guess Fat Tofu did 5 shows, in Japan.
Nice.
And I think that would just like span the week. But imagine if you spend a few months in Japan, just going from place to place to place to place.
I feel like,
or even Asia, right? Fly Philippines, go to Japan.
Asia's the shit. I actually have friends out in LA that fly out to Asia, and they go to Thailand, Vietnam, Taiwan, China. That's definitely a cool place, a cool scene to be, like. Yeah,
man, and I feel like music, at least the arts on Guam, including all-encompassing arts, we can be sort of like a regional. We can stamp ourselves as a regional area, right? Like, people from Asia, like, oh, dude, I want to get a hold of that Pacific shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess it makes sense. Like, if we send them out there, they'll be like, oh, what the fuck who are these guys? And be like, oh, I want to see them again. Then maybe they'll come to Guam and fucking see some dope ass musical act that we sent over there.
Yeah, as people over there are becoming more open minded every day, right?
I think they're more open to all kinds of shit over there than most places. But yeah, man, LA is a weird music scene, dude. Like, it's pretty trash. Like, a lot of it is.
Is it just oversaturated with all kinds of music coming through?
Yeah, there's just a lot of motherfuckers making music, and a lot of people making music that shouldn't be making music, and there's a lot of weird shit in between, man. Like, there's just so much stuff out there. There's a lot of good stuff too. Like, a lot of it's really good music, but I think like the hip hop scene is pretty whack in LA. That's like one that I can't really get into. Like, I like hanging out in like the rock scene and like, punk rock and like a few metal shows. And one time I took Freddie to a after hours. Those are my favorite because they'll just play whatever music they want. It's like, like rave music, but it's not your typical. It's not EDM shit. It's like crazy stuff that you never even heard before in your life. Like I went to this show called Bass Culture. Like, something that gets out at like 7 a.m. It's like 4 a.m. This DJ goes on and he starts playing some music, and just like my brain just couldn't even was like, I don't know what kind of music this is. I can't even look it up. Like, I can't look it up. All I had, it's like, I had to ask somebody. He's like,
Right.
what the fuck is this dude listen? Like, what is he playing right now? This shit's crazy. It's like, boom, 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 boom.
Trying to Shazam it and shit.
Yeah, no, I was like, I couldn't. Yeah, I think I did try to Shazam it. It didn't even pull up anything. It's like, whoa, it's just some rare shit. And that's the stuff I like, is when I go out and I discover something absolutely brand new to me, like, as opposed to just being on the internet and finding it on YouTube or something. I mean, that's always cool, but it
being
really
controlled by the algorithm. Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude! I just watched. I just watched The Great Hack, man.
the algorithm. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Like, I don't want no algorithm attached to my Instagram. I just want to see what is there and when it is. You know,
Dude, I'm like, all I was thinking in my head is like, it's too late for everybody. You know what I mean?
you just got to get off that shit.
I mean, you can get off it, but you're there. You're imprinted. Your
Yeah,
fingerprint, your digital fingerprint
like
is literally there forever.
somebody said, like, well,
Like this podcast, right? There forever.
Yeah, one of my coworkers said that he thinks that it already is able to read your mind, because he'll just think about some shit, and there'll be on Facebook or there'll be on fucking Instagram an advertisement for some shit that you were just thinking about.
Yeah. Ryan Shook brought up, what did he call it, Matt? Do you remember? Where the apps now, it's like they're all talking to each other now. Anything you download, anything you access, all these companies are now just talking to each other. And in that documentary, they said right now they have 4,000 to 5,000 data points on each and every person.
45,000 data points, so they know that
per person.
So they know that I like beer, and they know that I like weed, and they know that I fucking work at site. They know Cypress Hill, this and all that shit.
Yeah,
weed.
yeah. They know when you take a shit, how many times a day, probably. You know, what's your favorite food?
It's really fucked up, because like that whole algorithm shit, where they're catering it to you. It's like, we're catering it to you. It's like, well, you're not giving me anything new and interesting. I'm trying to find some new shit in my life, and they're just feeding you the same old shit.
I mean, it's the way mail used to be back then, right? They'll send you coupons that they figured out. I think it was Target that figured out an algorithm, but by hand, on what coupons to send to what house. So houses along a street, each house wasn't getting the same coupons from Target. They were actually getting, according to the things that the data that they were collecting and the things that they were buying throughout the year using a Target credit card. Then they can track what people are buying and when they're going to buy it, and based off the things that they're buying, they're able to determine, say, when a woman is going to get pregnant and when they should start sending stroller or prenatal pill coupons without even her knowing she's even pregnant yet.
It's pretty sadistic, and that's a pretty good idea.
It's crazy, bro. It's a book called The Book of Habits. I mean, the Book of Habits. Charles Duhigg. I think it's called The Book of Habits. If you want to come,
The Book of Habits.
Yeah, it's basically what got me to quit smoking cigarettes.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, it gave me I feel like it gave me the tools to understand why I was creating these habits, or the habit of smoking cigarettes.
Interesting to say that. Yeah, I used to smoke cigarettes too, but I kind of quit just because, like, yeah, one of my homies I stopped buying cigarettes because I was in between apartments one time, and I stayed at this motel, and in the motel I was just looking through the drawers and shit, and there was a carton of cigarettes. So I was like, I don't have to buy cigarettes anymore. So for like a whole good year or two, I didn't buy cigarettes. Like, just smoked spliffs out of this carton, you know, with 20 packs of cigs, and stopped buying cigarettes. And I just started bumming them off people. And dude, I bum them off all the time. Stop smoking, then I just stopped. And
yeah, it's been 3 years for me. The internet's down.
So
shit.
So
just
how
restart the Wi-Fi.
So how did you do it?
Dude, I was in the middle of smoking a cigarette, and
Wait, how long has it been?
It's been 3 years.
Oh, nice.
2016, May 7th, 2016.
Oh, I don't even remember the day I quit smoking.
Man.
I just don't. I don't know, man.
I was a heavy smoker, man.
That's fucking. I don't know why I didn't save the date. I just probably didn't give a shit. It's just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm like, man, I think I was just sitting there. I was like, man, I'm done. Just fucking smoking cigarettes. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say it's the reason why I quit, reading the book, but I like to say it gave me the tool to understand why the habit was created in the first place.
Did you replace it with something else?
Right.
Like, did you
it's exactly what it is.
Did you start like working out or something?
Yeah, or even just like driving in my car, right?
Yeah.
Driving in the car, and the automatic thing is to roll down the window and smoke a cigarette. Right? So instead of rolling down the window, I'll do something else, like turn up the music louder.
Oh.
Because you're still looking for that satisfaction. Right? You just got to find what's going to replace that satisfaction.
Yeah. So you're saying,
what is it called? Book of Habits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying someone can quit cigarettes by just, instead of smoking a cigarette, just go to RASDUDE.com and listen to that.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Every time you want to smoke a cigarette, just go to RASDUDE.com and press play. That's
exactly the thought. So, and in this book, they sort of break down how they're able to psychologically to manipulate, the way people think. And they've been doing it for a long time, man. Down to grocery shopping and the kind of music they play in grocery stores to keep people shopping.
Huh.
And the way where they place things in grocery stores.
That's interesting. I always wonder why the grocery store is laid out the way it is.
It's on purpose.
Why is it laid out in aisles? Why don't they just lay it out on like one big wall or some shit? Like, or why don't they just make like two fucking big ass aisles, everything
right
side by side? Okay, what is it?
It's not gonna matter anymore because you can literally like not leave your house and order things.
You get a drone flying through your window and drop that shit right in your lap.
Right.
You're smoking weed on the couch.
So the world is evolving in that sense, right? To where you don't even have to leave anymore.
I don't know. That's a pretty privileged life though, not being able to leave the house. Because I know people, it's like they don't ever have to do anything.
Dude, I get cabin fever, man.
Yeah,
I have to go outside, dude.
I know people that stay in their house all the fucking day and just order everything they need to their door. You can do that, like, you just Postmates.
Right.
You order the fucking driver, the Uber to your front door. Get out. You in the there's people that just, I don't know, man. It's a weird way to live, but I guess that's where we're heading. Like, but you don't have to go to the grocery store anymore. You just get the groceries delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon packages delivered. Anything.
Well, not here in Guam, so we're still sort of safe in that respect.
You can get your RASDUDE.com delivered to you.
Mail does come faster here though now.
Like, yeah. I think the mail system is cheaper.
Yeah, I feel like it is.
Interesting.
Yeah. At least the shipping.
It just sucks that you always have to fill out a customs form.
Yeah.
It's like, are we a part of the U.S. or are we not part of this shit? Because it's like fucking.
That's a whole nother podcast already.
You're still treating it like China over here. Fucking. I don't know, man. Yeah, this is such a weird place because a lot of people don't know about Guam, dude. Like, it's weird that a lot of people don't. And anywhere at any given time, I feel like I always forget, but I'm like, oh man, I'm probably the only fucking Chamorro dude from Guam on this entire in this entire vicinity right now, the entire square mile of fucking places, all the places I hang out.
Right.
I always forget. It's kind of weird feeling when you realize it, but it's like, man, these motherfuckers don't understand how to fucking party. You guys don't even have food at your parties. Like, what the fuck is that shit? You got an in on beer? You're supposed to share that shit with me. Give me that. That's why last year I never thrown a party, like a birthday party, in my entire life. But last year I threw the first birthday party I ever threw, my 20th birthday, and I showed them how to fucking party.
Wait. Did you say your 20th birthday?
28.
Oh, okay. I was like,
yeah, my 20th. I was 19. I
was like, bro, I did not meet you when you were 16.
I know that would have been funny.
Yeah,
16-year-olds smoking and drinking on LSD on your podcast. It's like, whoa, this is controversial, dude. Shit. No, but my birthday last year, I was like, okay, I'm gonna show these guys how to party. We're gonna have fucking free food, free weed, beer, and mushrooms for everybody. And in the house, we had a shroom room. We had to take your shoes off. That's another thing about the States. Everybody keeps their shoes on.
Right.
In the house, I'm like, before anybody comes to my house, I'm like, listen, you motherfuckers. I don't even have people over my house, but when I do, like every once in a while, I'll be like, you gotta take your shoes off, and it weirds everybody out. Like that's kind of weird thing, man. Like it's like I don't want some motherfucker who's been walking around Los Angeles
stepping on piss and
stepping on bum shit, and like all that AIDS shit and condoms and things. I slipped on a condom one time. I got out of my car and I fucking stepped out and I fucking slipped. I was like, what the fuck? And I looked down into like a dirty condom like filled with black shit. And I was like, and it smelled, dude. I was like, oh, like I almost fainted. I think it was horrible. But those shoes just like never been worn again. There's those fucking shoes. That's why when people come over, I'm like, take fucking shoes off. I'm Asian, all right? I'm not gonna explain to you I'm from Guam.
I'm not gonna explain why you need to take off your fucking shoes.
I was like, you
need to take off your fucking shoes.
Yeah, you need to take off those motherfucking shoes. So. Yeah, I don't even know what I was going to talk about. But yeah, I was, man, I forgot where I was going.
Sorry, bro. I know I distracted you there.
No, that was weird. I've been taking pictures all day with my family, and I fucking can't stand taking pictures, man.
Dude, me neither, dude. I'm like, I have like a 2-picture quota. It's like, once you take your 2 pictures, done.
I know, like
I can't take any more pictures.
Like my mom will be like, okay, well, we need to do this variation of the family. Just the mother and son and mom and the 2 kids and mom and the dad. I'm like, damn, we just took a picture like all together. Can we just get the fuck out of here and go eat? Like, what the fuck, man? Like everybody, dad's just like, yeah, I think we're done. Mom's like, no, we gotta do this. Smile. I'm like, I can't smile anymore. We're taking too many pictures. We gone over the limit. I stopped smiling after the 3rd picture. Like, I can't do it anymore, you know? So, but yeah, fucking, was I smiling in that photo you took?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
I don't think so. You're in the mid.
Good. I don't like smiling in photos. I don't know why. This is always, since a kid, I always make a stupid face or something. I don't want to look happy like everybody else. But
yeah, smiling's weird, right? To look like you're happy no matter what. And there's people who even fake that they're happy because someone's taking a picture. Well, you can be in the middle of being mad and you be like, smile. It's like,
I was actually reading about, I think it was about Thailand. It's called the Land of Smiles. So like, but they call it the Land of Smiles. Everybody smiles, but there's a list of different types of smiles that they have, like, and I think they have names for them in Thai. But there's like the smile, like one would be like, okay, the smile that you're like genuinely happy. Then you have a smile that, you have like a fucking grin type, right. Like, or you could be like, like,
I can't fake smile for the life of me.
Well,
I look fake. I like literally look fake.
You can have like a fake smile where like a, there's those smiles where it's like, oh man, shit's real fucked up, right. Like, haha, like you're fucking, let's say your tire exploded and all that. And it's just like a giving up type smile. You're like, like, it's like, I don't know. It's like can't get any worse than this shit. It's pretty funny. And then, then you have, man, what other type? There's just a huge list of smiles. I can't remember, man. I'm too high, but it's pretty interesting. Smiling takes up more work on your face, I guess, than frowning.
No, it takes more muscles to do so.
Yeah. It feels good though, I guess. It's like an exercise for your face.
Yeah, you're contracting all the muscles in your face, and when you let go of the contraction, all the blood sort of flows out, right? You're like,
I like the way it feels when you smile, like when you just do the full on contraction of your muscles in your face.
Yeah, and there are actually like facial exercises, right?
Yeah. A lot of Beverly Hills housewives have nothing else to do, so they just do face exercise to keep their faces like thin all day,
and non-wrinkled.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they do surgery and all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
just keep their face not wrinkled. But hey, man, doesn't matter. It catches up to you. No matter how old or young you try to make yourself look.
Yeah, until they're able to transfer us into robot bodies, AIs.
Yeah, cyborg. Be a super sexy cyborg fucking body
with
the
an
rest of your life.
old brain mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I want to live forever and ever and ever.
Well, the thing about, man, yeah, you can live forever in this podcast. Perhaps you fucking put the recording on a USB or some shit, and you put it in a time capsule,
Bury it in.
and just launch it out into space. The planet will surely destroy itself, man. I don't know. It'd probably get crushed unless it's like some indestructible container. But yeah, you just gotta launch it out into space or something. Maybe somebody will find it.
Yeah, the spaceport. Maybe I'll throw it onto one of the satellites from the spaceport.
Yeah, the next NASA launch, you can sneak it on.
I'll just fucking toss my USB like
Master Random Podcast. You give it to an astronaut.
Here's 1 terabyte.
Here,
Take it with you.
Hard drive.
Just let it float in space.
Well, I've actually thought about it with my records, man, because I've been making records. So I'm like, fuck, I could, like, it's really weird just having your shit out there in the world. Like, it's like, wow, I got this physical piece of something. It's out there. I don't even know who the fuck has it. They have it though, and it's just, it's somewhere else, and you know that shit's gonna be around longer than me if they take care of it,
right?
Or they pass it down, fucking somebody kid or something.
Here is my RASDUDE record.
Yeah, this is RASDUDE
that I bought.
Oh, this is my grandpa's RASDUDE record. You know, like fucking shit like that.
Right.
Like that might be the case. Like some kid because dude, I listen to records that are way older than me. Like I listen to records that are from fucking, you know, I like to listen to shit from, you know, 60s, 70s. That's fucking, how many years ago was that?
It was like 50 years.
50,
almost.
60 years.
Yeah.
You know, I'm listening to shit that's 60 years old. It's like, when my shit 60 years old will still be around, probably it'll be in a record store somewhere.
Right.
Somebody will probably be like, oh, I need to sell off my record collection. Or fucking whatever, in a Goodwill somewhere. I don't know. It's gonna be there though. All the RASDUDE records, which is you know, that's how you fucking.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about this just being on the internet, right? The internet goes away.
Yeah.
Goes away with it. There's no real physical form.
Yep.
To any of my episodes.
Yep.
Put it on CD or something, you know.
Yeah, you can put it on CD. Yeah, that's my favorite thing about a record is that. It's like, it's primitive almost. Like you can, you know, just hook it up to a fucking, you know, a horn of some kind and a needle that'll read it.
Yeah. And
it'll read the sounds coming out of it. But, you know, like digital stuff, you know, if shit hits the fan, you know, you're not gonna be able to listen to your CD anymore or listen to fucking MP3s or maybe if you have a fucking power, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, that's the cool thing about the records, man, and the shirts. It's like that shit's gonna be around for a long ass time, probably. Got some the new shirts are pretty dope.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. How long have we been going here, Matt?
Hour 40.
Oh, for real? Damn.
I have this theory that I secretly know how long we always go.
Huh.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was like 50 minutes.
Yeah, dude, we've been here almost a couple hours.
Damn. Oh wow, what time is it?
It's almost 10:30.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's almost time to party. It's my last day on the island.
Yeah. Let's start slowly wrapping this up, man.
Oh yeah. I'm
pulling it to conclusion.
Yeah, well,
it's your last night here and back to LA. Through Hawaii.
Yeah, I think
The
so.
shit
I heard
route,
that.
man.
I heard that there was a storm going to Hawaii, so I don't know.
2 storms.
Two
going to
storms. So
Hawaii.
I'm like, fuck, man, am I gonna get delayed over there? I might as well just stay here, or what's gonna happen? So hopefully, I get through that shit.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to LA. Got to go back there. Rest in peace to Ross G, my fucking homie, comrade back in LA. He was a beat maker, like one of the kings of fucking the beat scene out there, and he just passed away like a few days ago. So I got to fly out there. They're doing a benefit show, and yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. Like, yeah, we just get to celebrate that dude's music. He was a cool dude.
Yeah,
we were supposed to do some alley reviews and shit, but you know, shit happens, life happens, and yeah, dude. I don't know, RASDUDE.com. Check that shit out.
Yeah. Anything else people you want people to follow you on? How they can keep track?
man, just go to my fucking website, RASDUDE.com. Watch Alley reviews on YouTube. We do it every Wednesday. What else do we got? Yeah, watch BRealTV. Check me out in the streets of LA. We got the street team out there fucking shit up, put stickers, some stencils all over the place.
Gotta check you out the next time I'm out there.
Yeah, man.
The last time I was there, I was up there less than a day.
Yeah, it gets crazy out there, man. I'm constantly busy out there. Like the few days I've been back, I'm like, man, I don't do anything. Like, shit, this is pretty chill. Like out there, it's like nonstop. Like I'm nonstop
That's
busy.
mom style for you, man.
I'm busy from the moment I wake up to the moment I sleep, and like we're saying about the sleep, yeah, man. I don't know. It depends how late I get home, but I usually wake up at 6 no matter what, 6 a.m. Then I'll take my naps. But yeah, it's always just in between naps. I'm not just like doing nothing,
Right.
I just started playing video games again because I finished school, but even then, I'm not playing as much as I want because I don't have time.
Right.
But
yeah, man. Video
Thanks
games.
for having me.
Yeah, for sure.
Video games.
Fuck, I almost went into it. Good thing you stopped me.
No, what were you gonna say about?
No. It's just one of those things that it was one of our childhood pastimes. We grew up in the same generation, and when you get so busy, it kind of falls out. Look at all this shit's kind of just sits there now because it's just no time to play video games. Sit there and fucking jam games, But anyways, let me not hold you back any further, man.
I just really gotta piss, man. Like, it's like, is there an alley nearby? I'd rather use an alley. Use your restroom.
Go take a piss, dude.
Yeah,
and I'll close this out.
All right, thanks, bro. Thanks for having me. I'll see you motherfuckers around.
We'll do this again when you come back.
Hell yeah, always, man. We'll see where it has
and
progressed.
let's not make it 2 to 3 years though.
Oh yeah. No, I might be back for like Christmas.
Okay. Yeah, we'll sit down and talk again.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Oh shit. Yeah, thank God that didn't have anything in it.
Yeah.
And some invisible shit.
All right, thank you everybody for listening to another episode of the podcast. RASDUDE always bringing the vibes.
Yeah, man.
And the music kind of went away there at the end, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh.
All of them played.
Oh, all of them played? You didn't go to the next album?
Oh, there's another.
Oh, yeah, bro. There's 12 albums up there. It's okay. The next time he's here. Next time you're here, we'll prepare a session where we start listening to your music with your music. Yeah. But
I'm gonna come by and do a beat set.
Yeah.
I just plug it right into that mixer right.
Yeah. That'll be dope.
Yeah.
And until next time, everybody, Maddie loves you. Of course, I love you. Peace out. Peace. Hey, thanks so much for your ears in listening to my conversation with RASDUDE. Special shout out to the sponsor, Mortuary. They are a small family-owned, operated mortuary in Sinahanya, Guam. They are large enough to serve, yet small enough to care. Visit them or contact them at 477-1311 or visit them on South Route 4, Sinahanya, Guam. Episode 200 is coming up. Exclusive beer sponsor is Budweiser. We are super excited for that. We are exactly 2 weeks out, or just about 2 weeks out. Super excited. Don't forget to support us on Patreon. Don't forget to rate and review the podcast. And until next time, thank you for being super awesome.